People often say, well, I wasn't at fault for the accident, therefore I don't need a lawyer. And that's a reasonable position to take, thinking that, since I wasn't at fault, all the parties that are involved are going to treat me fairly. That is not what usually happens. When it comes to the police report, the insurance companies don't always take those findings as the gospel. What happens is the at-fault party's insurance company, they will then call their insured to ask what happened. And oftentimes, their insured disagrees with the police report's findings. And I have had many cases where the insurance company, even though we have a very clear police report that says the other party's at fault, the insurance company just takes the word of their insured. And so even though you were not at fault for the accident and the police report verifies that, that's not binding on the other party's insurance company. When we get into these cases, sometimes there's a fight about liability. And what people don't understand is that in Florida, if we were to go and file a lawsuit in the case, and we had to go to trial and present the case and present all the evidence, the jury is not allowed to see or hear about a police report. That doesn't come into evidence. The investigating officer's findings about who's at fault is never heard from by the jury. Therefore, we have to have the evidence to prove they're at fault, even though the police report is very clear that the other party's at fault, that you had no fault in the crash. While it may seem clear-cut that the police found you not at fault, therefore there should be no issues about liability, there should be no issues about the case. That is not how it usually plays out in Florida because of the laws about how police reports don't come into evidence. The insurance companies can play games. That's why you need a lawyer. Like I always say, if insurance companies did the right thing, I would be out of a job, but they very rarely do. If you're in a crash, even if the other party is stated to be at fault in the police report, you still need a lawyer. Give me a call. I'd be happy to talk to you about your case. Thank you.